Come on, we gotta go. Open that up some more. No, not the window. This. Really? Let's see who's out there. Anybody out there? Get my glasses. Come on, let's go. Any cars coming?
Henry's owed 6.2 season, and the Bengals wanted to get someone. He's not signed next year at all, and we'll see what happens there. But speaking of that, Damar Hamlin, one cannot overestimate what this town was like in preparation for the last time the Bills came here for a night game. Excitement was supreme, and I'm so proud of Bengals fans when all that came down over about a 30 to 40 minute period. There was no booing, there was no anger, there was simply concern for Damar Hamlin. And the Bills are coming back. And I listened to Chris Collinsworth last night for a while on the Sunday night game, and it was emotional to talk about a man basically dying and being brought back to life. Lazarus.
Look who's out there. Tell me who's out there.
On the turf of Paycor.
Hey, what's going on?
The Bengals get ready for this game. This game's bigger than Montana, because to lose this game, according to my analysis, they have 10 games left. 6 at home, 4 on the road. This is a must-win. Almost every game is a must-win. They still have the toughest schedule in all of football.
Thanks for stopping by.
And Buffalo Bills here is not like a layup, but the Bengals, I haven't checked, but I would assume would be a 4, 5, or 6 point favorite. Damar Hamlin.
Hello.
What emotions will be in play come Sunday night?
Well, it's a big game
What's
for
it say?
a lot of different reasons. First,
I'm driving. What's it say?
It's a playoff game, and just FYI, the Bengals are
Somebody sent me a super chat.
on Sunday.
I can't see it. I'm driving.
As the week unfolds,
What's it say?
it's a playoff rematch. These two teams met in the divisional round last year. The Bengals gave the Bills I think, a pretty stinging home loss. That was a Buffalo team that had been talked about as being Super Bowl favorites. Who's ended those dreams. It's a big game from the perspective of we don't know how the Bengals and Bills are going to be in relation to each other in the final standings. So could this game determine who makes the playoffs between the Bengals and Bills? Could this game determine who hosts a playoff game between the Bengals and Bills? Yes, Cincinnati went to Buffalo last year.
That like button, share for me.
So it's also the first of back-to-back home games when the Bengals have now won 4 out of 5. And so all of that said, you're still looking up at everybody else in the division. Who knows how next week's going to unfold? So you got to keep ground or make up some ground against the teams in front of you. And then you add to it the Damar Hamlin thing. He has played in, I believe, Willie, one game. I would love it if he could be on the field on Sunday. I would love it if he can get a great ovation from the fans. I was in attendance that night, and I remember walking out of that stadium thinking that I had just watched someone die play football. And I think that's how many of us felt. And so to go from that to the news later in the week that he was going to live, and that he was going to be in attendance for Buffalo home games in the postseason, and then to find out he was going to be healthy enough to resume his football career, and then to see that he made the Buffalo Bills, it's awesome. It's awesome. And for those of us who were at the stadium that night or watching or listening on radio, we just hoped he would survive. The fact that he is surviving and thriving and is still playing professional football is awesome. And regardless of who you're rooting for on Sunday, that should absolutely be celebrated, as should people who saved his life and made this comeback, if you will, possible.
Well, Buffalo must win from their perspective. Bengals must win from their perspective. It's the irresistible force meeting the immovable object. It must happen. If they win the next 2 games in a row and go 6-3, they're off and running. But they can't really lose to Buffalo and have anticipations of getting to the playoffs, because Baltimore looks impregnable. They're like the Maginot Line. They look unbeatable. Plus, the Bengals still have to go there and play Baltimore there. They got to play Pittsburgh twice. And Pittsburgh got screwed, blue tattooed, barbecued yesterday by referees' calls once again. And so we'll see what happens. I hesitate to bring this up, but as a long-suffering UC Bearcat football game, did you see what happened to the Bearcats at Oklahoma State?
I was there. It wasn't pretty.
Was it like a nurse with Richard Speck knocking on the door? How bad was it?
It was bad. And, you know, I mean, they lose by 32. It was a 7-point game at halftime, and then the wheels fell off in the third quarter. And they were just outclassed in every phase against a good Big 12 team. I think that's, you know, they're not as good as Oklahoma. Those two teams played this weekend, but Oklahoma State is the second best team they've played in the Big 12. They're better than Iowa State. They're better than Baylor. They're better than UC. And Bearcats simply don't have enough explosiveness right now on offense to be able to beat good teams. Seems like I just don't know that he's good enough. I just don't know that offensively they have the pieces that are good enough. They want to run the ball. At times they do run the ball really effectively.
Anybody in there? How many people in the chat?
But you got to be able to make some downfield plays, and they did early on their first offensive drive. They completed, I think, their second longest pass play of the season. They stall in the red zone, which has happened too often. They try a field goal, and Carter Brown bangs one off the upright, and it just offensively, at least, set the tone for the team.
He's got shorts on.
And now you wonder, are they going to go 2-10? Are they going to go in their first year in the Big 12? Are they going to go 2-10 after winning their first two games?
Yes.
Those things would be really, really tough to swallow and really tough to sell. What we saw on Saturday was not unexpected, but unfortunately, it gets highlighted because they lost games against Iowa State and Baylor and Miami at home that they were favored to win.
Now, the other thing is it encourages Xavier University to start football up again. Watching UC play.
Look, there's a farm.
You're now like 20, right?
Yep. With that car right there. What's it say? Happy Halloween, yeah. Okay.